Welcome back to This Week is Crime, everybody. I'm Steve Furey. I'm here with the mulleted madman himself.
Saul Trujillo.
Katie on the ones and twos.
What's up?
Hell yeah. And our guest, Willie Simon.
Hey.
Pride of Hawaii.
Pride of Hawaii.
Ooh, ooh. No, I'm going to get my ass kicked. I'm going to get my ass kicked back on if I keep doing that.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just came out here and just started doing the haka dance. He was doing the haka real furious.
singing Hawaii 79 right now. Fucking kill that guy.
All right, we're going to start this out with everybody's favorite. What does it look like she did?
All right. Looks like she asked to see the manager at a crack house.
I tell you what, Hansel and Gretel better not follow this bitch into the forest.
She looks like she's about to ask for a cigarette at a Dollar Tree parking lot. You know what I mean? Let me get a cigarette.
She's trying to buy Lucy's in a parking lot.
That's what they call her, Lucy. Lucy.
Yeah.
2 O's.
Spelled O-O-S-E-L-I.
She definitely looks like she's about to say, "Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting what a world!"
She's definitely behind on her Motel 6 rent.
Looks like she stole my math teacher's hairline.
Yeah, she
Got a pushback hairline, this lady.
She definitely looks like the janitor at my elementary.
She has Anthony Kiedis' face.
If he would have stayed under the
Peak
bridge.
heroin. She looks like a grouper fish.
She's the one that they throw back, you know. They get they're not built for that kind of pressure above sea, so they kind of melt.
So they get all
Their eyes.
fucked out. Yeah, the nose.
Well, if you guess Georgia woman kills her fiance and lives with her corpse for 2 months, you would have been right.
That's a weird guess, but good job.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Good job.
You have an issue. If you guess that.
You should be a detective, to be honest. If that's what you guessed.
Or you have a corpse that you've been living with for 2 months.
And you're looking in the mirror.
I can relate.
I don't know, but her eyes make sense. From the New York Post on March 20th, 2023, a Georgia woman was found guilty of killing her fiancé and living with his body for 2 months until officials discovered he had died. Tabitha Zelida Wood, 46, was found guilty on Friday by a Hall County jury of killing and concealing the death of her fiancé last year.
Whoa, she's 46.
You're right.
Wait a minute.
That's a rough 46.
Wait a minute. Holy I thought she was the corpse they were hiding. Holy shit, dude. God damn.
I also want to know, like, how was she concealing it? You know, like Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing. You know, someone calls and she's like, "Oh, you want to talk to Dave? Hey, it's Dave. The asshole who doesn't listen to his wife and may deserve to die if I did die."
So much funnier if she was like, she had the body with the phone. She's got it against the ear, doing the voice like
on
a puppet,
FaceTime?
Jeff Dunham style. Hello, it's Dave. Like, holy shit.
Just thinking about killing myself. Totally me. Just me.
Feeling sad.
Feeling sad.
Thinking about stabbing myself in the back later. Not sure. What do you guys want?
Maybe
Dave?
hit my head with the back of my head with like a vase or something.
Officials said they learned of the death of Leroy Franklin Kramer Jr., 82, after his stepdaughter reported in June that she was concerned for his safety after not hearing from him for several months. Hall County...
Several months, he just didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's just stepdad behavior.
Yeah, exactly.
That's par for the stepdad course.
Yeah.
I've lived with stepdads and not talked to them for several months.
Head nod the whole time.
Hello.
The Hall County Sheriff's deputies then arrived at Kramer's house and discovered his body. The deputies were told by Wood that he died in early April and that she'd been living with his corpse ever since.
That's fun. She's just like, no worries.
Yeah, I know. I love that she was like, "Oh yeah, Leroy, yeah, he died about 2 months ago. I've been living in his body. You guys want a coffee? Are you guys tired?"
Mystery solved. That's the weapon I used to kill him. You guys head out.
Pretty private person.
Case solved, everybody. You can take him away. An autopsy from the sheriff's office determined Kramer had died by homicide. His preliminary cause of death appears to be blunt and sharp force trauma.
There's something badass about getting murdered at 82.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how I want to go out old but murdered. That's sick.
Thinking about it like that. Not natural causes at 82.
87.
You call this oatmeal?
Shot 9 times. Like 50 Cent, but I lived a long, nice life.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that wanted to kill this guy, Leroy, before her. You don't just start being killable at 82. Wood was found guilty of malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, aggravated assault, exploitation of an elderly person, concealing the death of another, and financial transaction card theft.
I say, how's that 2 counts of felony murder? That's 1 murder.
You're right. That's interesting.
It's like when like paper towel companies are like, this is actually 5 paper towels, and it's 2 paper towels. Fuck you, dude.
It's from the Charmin bill, B for 38.
Who supposed to get this bounty?
5 layers of murder. So
The bounty man is the fucking judge.
Murder on one side, but then like another murder on the other.
Yeah, they do.
And there's 5 layers of murder. Good God.
With bounty, it's 2 murders. All right.
From genrators.com, 3/24/23. Generator is the only place I get news.
Generators.
Where I want to find all my top news.
Generator sounds like me in high school when I stole gin from my parents. Only to discover that drinking gin is fucking gross.
Yeah.
Did you ever just sipped a gin, not knowing what gin tastes like? I thought it was pine salt. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's an alcoholic's drink.
Yeah.
Right there. Straight
Gin
gin.
and tonic is fine. But like,
Yeah.
Kind of tastes like, but you have to have a lot of lime in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gin straight up, that juniper berry is disgusting.
We used to do a Bombay Sapphire in high school.
Yeah,
we
gin.
drank a bunch of and just drink it out the fucking bottle. We were savages, dude. It was disgusting. But Wiz Khalifa did it, so it was
Yeah.
cool.
We were doing pop off.
It's the worst thing.
Pop off, dude. Yeah, my buddy
plastic
would.
vodka.
Dude, my buddy would. He would bring a thing of pop off to. I'd pick him up at his house, and he had already had a thing of pop off, and he would drink it on the way to school. He'd black out by like lunch, and fucking.
Shit would pop off every time. Pop off.
Yeah,
Fucking named it.
he was not doing well. He was like 16 with like grown man problems. Like,
Yeah, plastic bottle vodka problems.
Like I owed 20 grand in taxes. I'm like, how are you paying taxes?
I snuck a bottle of pop off onto a cruise ship.
that's fucking.
Yeah, because it was plastic and I could easily slip it in there and I didn't want no glass or nothing.
Yeah.
And it was probably one of the. I mean, we drank 7 shots of pop off before we went out to the out on the boat.
Yeah.
The worst, man.
God.
Puked up off the side of a boat.
They got to make nicer alcohols with plastic bottles so you can smuggle them into places.
Nah,
That's not fair.
I feel like glasses should.
Seagram's, a few of them have gone to plastic. Seagram's is now plastic.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel right.
Seagram's, I think, is also gross.
Yeah, Seagram's is pretty low. They also like make all different types of alcohol. You never want one brand that makes like whiskey, gin, and then something. You want one to stick to one because
Seagram 7 and like soda, that's like the most old dude with a beeper drink.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's
right.
terrible.
We get some wild turkey and fucking.
Oh, that was the first shot I had here as a door guy. They were like, "Oh, you need to take a wild
101.
turkey shot." That was the 101.
Yeah.
All
Or
they
they used
had
to
was
be-
wild turkey.
yeah, they used to be Bacardi 151. You have to take like a big ass one.
Did you take yours?
I think it was just. I just got like a shot of whiskey. It wasn't anything crazy.
Oh.
It was nice. I had Maker's Mark.
Yours is all good.
really good.
Yours is really
It
good.
was my preferred drink.
They said you could sip it.
Yeah, I threw up into a garbage can after mine.
I actually used to like Jameson, and then I had my first shot here, and I was like, now I have a new favorite whiskey.
Yeah.
It was actually nice.
I get what garbage gets about this.
All right, over 130 cited for selling alcohol to minors in statewide crackdown on underage drinking.
Whoa.
On Friday, a statewide crackdown on underage drinking in California resulted in over 130 individuals cited for selling alcohol to minors. Have you guys ever bought alcohol for minors?
What is this, a fucking interrogation?
You cop?
That light on?
You cop?
I think I bought alcohol for my sister once when she was in high school still.
Yeah, but like I did it when I was like pretty young.
Yeah. I never just was
Not
like,
now.
I'm just not a guy who hangs out outside of
Liquor stores?
like liquor stores for, you're kind of asking for a teenager to fucking,
I've been asked. But it's like I always treat them like homeless people or someone trying to get me to sign a petition.
Yeah.
Just ignore them. Like,
You do have this guy will buy me alcohol face.
yeah, I do, and I don't. I do, and then I don't. Can you buy me? I just go out of the way. No. Get out of here.
What?
Yeah. I'll give you $1 to leave me alone. I'll
exactly.
do what I tell the homeless dude. Leave me alone.
We used to get people to buy us alcohol when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
We actually had we used to get people to buy us alcohol, but then we found a fake ID on the ground. It was a real guy's ID. It was this guy. He had this fucking bee tattooed on his face. And you could tell he'd been smoking meth for like 5 years, but he had his ID, so
It's pretty good.
yeah, he's still
Just got out of jail.
He's still hitting the DMV. He's got fucking,
He paid his
in
dues.
between fucking sleeping in meth houses or whatever.
How else can he buy Black and Miles if not without an ID?
Exactly, dude. But so we had this guy's ID to buy us alcohol like through high school, and it was great. A few years ago, there was this gigantic fire back home, and this guy like burned down half the island because there's all this like open land right now, and he just like fucking set fire to it like arson. And they showed the guy's mugshot, and it was fucking the guy whose ID we used to use, Thomas Holden Bingham.
Yeah.
That was the guy's name. He burned down the fucking island.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, I know that fucking guy.
He got me drunk in high school.
Yeah, that guy's a man. Free Thomas, dude.
Free Thomas.
He's just misunderstood.
I had one of my buddies made back in the day. Florida IDs used to be paper when I was in high school. Oh. So my buddy printed.
Man, Florida's fucking
He don't give
They'll
a
go
fuck.
fuck,
decades behind.
Jesus Christ. Not
like,
even
we need to get rid
laminate.
of these immigrants, but just give them a business card and they can have a year. So my buddy made one, and he made his own name, Vladimir Popov.
That's
and he
fun.
just put his high school picture there, and it worked for a long time.
Yeah. That's like switching like passport photos in the 70s. Yeah, it's like so easy. You just take it out.
The worst name, Benny Budweiser. It was like you become a terrible name. Just the worst.
I'm Bill Miller Light.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Johnny, don't check my ID. That's my name. Just let it go.
I live at Safeway. That's what my address is.
Stop asking questions. Give me the beer. The funniest one we had was we used to get homeless people to buy us the alcohol.
Yeah, that's the standard. For
Yeah.
kids. Like and there's natural practices amongst people. It's like
Yeah.
a homeless dude wants money.
Yeah.
Kids got the money
Yeah.
to give it
You're
to
both
them.
hanging out in an alley.
Yeah.
Freaking-
Homeless people and teenagers have like a symbiotic relationship, like clownfish and sea anemones.
Yeah.
They kind of help each other
They
out.
help each other out.
They both don't make any money, but need money real bad.
It's like those birds who stand on top of rhinos.
On top of rhinos? Yeah.
That's what a homeless guy and a
A
16-year-old.
teenage rhino's out there and a homeless bird picking all the stuff off of them.
Dude, that was all. The homeless people were like our fucking birds.
They
or
were the
rhinos.
birds.
Dude, we went and picked up this guy and then brought him into the Safeway. And then he, swear to God, dude, he ripped a 10-second fart next to us. I mean, it went like, and then he goes, and then he got the alcohol, brought it upstairs, or brought it to the thing, and they were like, "Is this your dad?" And I was like, "Yes, this homeless man is my dad.
He's going through some shit.
He's going through some stuff. Can we have our alcohol here now, Papa?"
I love that he did the distraction. You fart, you got to pause their brain a little bit, and then just buy these kids alcohol.
It smelled like ether. It was like the craziest fart I've ever smelled in my life.
We had a buddy who we couldn't get alcohol one night, but he was like, "Hey, I got a couple bottles of Robitussin," and he like just slammed one, and he's like, "Who wants
DM?
a second bottle of Robitussin?" Yeah,
He drank a whole bottle of Robitussin?
Yeah, he slammed. He's like, "Who wants a second one?" And we're all just like, "Nobody wants fucking Robitussin."
I thought we were all doing it together.
We all want to go home. It's like 1 a.m.
Guys, we got this river of Robitussin.
We've school tomorrow. It's like Wednesday. And he's like, all right, whatever. And he fucking slams the second bottle of Robitussin. We get to school the next day, and he's like, yeah, I crashed my car last night. We're like, of course, you fucking retard. Slammed 2 bottles of Robitussin.
Way to fucking
My
also.
throat feels great, though. My throat feels really
Yeah.
good.
I should drive after fucking slamming Robitussin.
In California, supplying alcohol to anyone under 21 can result in a 24 hours worth of community service or a minimum fine of $1,000. I'll take the $1,000. No jumpsuit for me. The large-scale operation was titled Shoulder Tap. Great name.
That is the coolest fucking...
It's a perfect name.
Yeah.
He's here, a guy going, "Hey, buddy." and was conducted by the California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, the ABC, in collaboration with 44 local police and sheriff departments. The operation was carried out in an effort to increase public safety over local communities and keep alcohol out of the hands of those under the legal drinking.
Can you imagine the loser detective in charge of this fucking case? This washed up piece of shit. Family's left him.
It really is busy work, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, you're in charge of the sting operation of random people outside of fucking 7-Eleven.
Do they go to jail? Nah, it's about $1,000
Yeah,
for
not
24
really,
hours of community service. And this is my job? Yeah.
Your job? Yeah, you're lucky we let you hold a gun anymore. You murderer.
Step above meter maid.
Yeah, that's
right above that.
That would be perfect.
The meter maid for fun.
It's like he's like Mark Wahlberg's character and the other guys.
Yeah,
He's
just in it. All right, shoulder tap is a great name for this one. What are some other names? Mine, Operation Hey Buddy.
Everybody's good. Operation You Can Keep the Change. You can keep
Operation Boone's Farm. That's what I drank as a teenager. That's what I would have asked for.
According to the report, shoulder tap succeeded with the help of teenagers and children who were directed to ask shoppers to buy alcohol for them. Officers then would quickly step in to cite the adults who agreed to purchase liquor for these minors. Boo these kids.
Yeah,
These kids are
Fucking nerds.
I want one guy to just be like who was it, Jack Nicholson, The Departed, and just bring these kids into a back room like, I smell a fucking rat.
Now it's a stupid name because now it sounds like a fucking Vietnam mission. Like we
Yeah.
up there at shoulder tap.
In reality, you just sold out. You just sent 12-year-olds to a liquor store.
Fucking narcs.
It's just the Children's Crusade in fucking Cincinnati, or wherever this is.
Through these collaborative efforts, ABC brought awareness to underage drinking prevention and assisted in the reduction of cases of driving under the influence. The shoulder tap operation also resulted in several arrests across the state. California authorities successfully identified 9 individuals who were actively committing DUIs, publicly intoxicated, or carrying open containers of alcohol. That's pretty great.
Yeah,
That's fun.
that is fun.
That is a fun.
I don't think I don't think I ever. I would steal alcohol. I'd be the kid who stole it.
Yeah.
That's why I never like would shoulder tap or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm awkwardly shaped, so I could put a bottle under there.
Yeah. You do look like you're full of cans.
Yeah, I'm full of cans. I'm a bag full of I got a bag full of crushed up Miller Lite cans behind the shirt.
You guys ever hear about the one where CVS can't stop you?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You can steal from CVS and they can't stop you. So
Yeah.
like all the cholos would walk into CVS by my house, just take 3 bottles and walk out. And the guy would be like, hey, excuse me, sir. And the guy would be like, shut the fuck up. And the guy would be like, all right. And you just walk out with his things held high.
Well, to be fair, even if they could stop you, he would be like, shut the fuck up. Same.
All right, buddy.
Same.
It's not worth it.
They had we had buddies. We would just go in and just grab 2 30 racks and sprint out.
yeah.
And that's
Beer run.
the old grab and run.
Yeah, I'll grab one. That one's fun.
We had we would drink in the parking lot in high school.
Of your
Me and my-
school?
Yeah. Like at lunch, we'd go to the parking lot and just like drink hot Bud Light Platinums that have been in my car all fucking days.
Oh.
It's disgusting, dude. We were fucking animals. One time the weightlifting coach was coming up and like we saw him, we're like, oh fuck. And so we threw all the beers back in the trunk and he heard it slam, like he heard the bottle shake. And he's like, open the trunk, I know you guys are drinking. I'm like, fuck. So we open it up and he's like, what are all these bottles? And I'm like, well, these are like from this weekend. Like this weekend's bottle. Who's this much of a vicious alcoholic that you drink hot Bud Light Platinums on a Wednesday at 12?
What kind of piece of
What
shit
kind
would
of piece
do
of shit
that?
do you think I am? And he's like, you're right. And he let us all go.
Yeah, you're right.
We did not get in trouble.
It'd be greater if you got more defensive about like what saying, he's doing fine probably. It's not that bad.
We just had some time, yeah.
We smoked
forgot to
weed
clean.
more in high school.
Yeah.
Drinking, I never got drunk that often. My buddy used to take ecstasy, and his days would be wild.
Yeah, dude. That buddy who would drink all the pop-off, he'd also steal his mom's like painkillers. He was fucked, dude. He's doing okay now. But
Did he
he
have a
was
bee on
fucked.
his face? Did he start fires all over Honolulu?
That was his brother.
That was his brother. He come with a long line of pretty fucked up guys, to be quite honest with you. All right, from NBCNews.com on March 10th, 2023. Wild cat found with cocaine in its system to live at Cincinnati Zoo. I mean, damn, imagine being a jungle cat who loves cocaine, and you got to live in Cincinnati. You're like, hey, I'm supposed to be eating cocoa leaves in the jungles of Colombia, and they're like, best we can do is spaghetti with chili on it.
I mean, if you're going to live in Ohio, the least you can do is give the goddamn cat a little bit of cocaine, a little taste. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Cincinnati's a city for washed up people, even if you're a cat.
The feline made an escape after its owner was pulled over by police on January 28th. According to local animal control officials, it leapt from the car and into a tree. Boys, what do we think this guy looked like who owns a cocaine cat? Awesome?
I think he's got a money bag in his eyes after seeing Cocaine Bear.
He's got your face with my mullet.
Yeah.
Little variation.
But Willie's body.
Willie's body, yeah. This guy's pretty cool.
A little more carved up. I think. That feels like he's got a couple
Right.
more scars than me.
Ray Anderson of the Cincinnati Animal Care said that local animal control Hamilton County dog wardens were called around 2 a.m. in residential Oakley neighborhood. In Ohio, it's illegal to own wild cats, which can weigh around 40 pounds. Due to their rescue mission, the cat Amory broke its leg and became more agitated. Once Amory was taken in for medical care by the Cincinnati Animal Care, the team ran a drug test in which they determined Amory had cocaine in his system. Wait, are my tax dollars going to drug testing wild cats?
This better be just a so happened to be done test and not something like, let's just in case.
Yeah, we got to check for coke.
Yeah, let's start cutting the fat of our government spending on drug testing animals.
Yeah.
Well, what about like alligator therapy sessions? Giraffe STD tests, you know?
Maybe these guys were in like the lab and they're just like, I bet this cat knows where to get coke.
Guess he's
Test him.
pretty cool.
Yeah, this guy's fucking sick. Let's test him. Yeah, he's on coke.
It's not the only time that the Cincinnati Animal Care, which has been operating as the county animal shelter, had a wild animal test positive for drugs. In 2022, the group took in a capuchin monkey named Neo that had methamphetamine in its system.
Okay.
That monkey definitely knew the Matrix. He was plugged into a collar.
That was just a tweaker. They called it a capuchin monkey.
It's a human.
I'm not a monkey.
All right, Neo.
All right.
Yeah, that's what you get for smoking the red pill, monkey. Sorry.
Since that case, it has become standard procedure for the shelter to test exotic animals that arrive at the shelter for drugs. I mean, I think
Only exotic. Yeah. Oh, they did it for the rhinos. Sorry.
it's a cracked out dog. They're like, let him work with the kids.
He'll get through it. He just needs therapy.
Also, how weird does a monkey have to be before you go, let's test this little fucker for meth? I feel like monkeys are kind of drugged out vibes all the time.
Yeah. Bubbles the monkey hasn't slept in 3 days.
Yeah.
The meth monkey.
How many monkeys do you hang out with?
To know that one's off. He just showed up with a transmission that was completely taken apart. He's like, I'm going to fix this later. All right, let's test this little guy.
That should be a banana in your hand, not a screwdriver, monkey.
Anderson confirmed that the owner of Emory relinquished custody of the cat to the Cincinnati Animal Care before it was taken into the care of the Cincinnati Zoo. Servals have grown in popularity, with some showing up in TikTok videos as pets. There are better options for pets that are way more safe, economically smart, and sustainable, said Julie Sheldon of the University of Tennessee. Instead of trying to keep a wild animal as a pet, Anderson said, you could save a whole lot of money on just giving your Coke to a cat, your normal house cat. So, no, she said a whole lot of money and just get a really awesome house cat for your animal show.
Or just do coke around your house cat. Then a house cat becomes way more interesting.
How about this? Don't have a pet. Just get addicted to drugs. No time for a pet.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Also, the problem about a normal cat is you can't give a normal cat catnip to suck your dick. I've tried many times, and let me tell you, it just...
Tongues are rough anyway. You don't want that, dude.
Well, at least you could do is hover your dick over the cat tower, and then it'll bat it. It'll give it a little sharp paw job.
All right. Keeping it going. From the New York Post on March 10th, 2023. Would-be hitman busted in FBI-hatched NYC murder for hire plot with arsenal and creepy mask. A would-be hitman was busted by the feds this week for plotting the Midtown murder of a purported businessman, but the entire Rubao plot was hatched by the FBI prosecutors charged Thursday. The wannabe hitman, Heinkook Korsak, which Heinkook Korsak could only be the name of a hitman or an Uber driver Are you Hunkook?
It sounds like it'd be delicious over rice.
It does.
Yeah, Hancock would be amazing,
Spicy,
dude.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Sounds Korean for sure.
Yeah.
3 peppers on it. You see it on the menu.
Yeah. And Kyorsak sounds like something gross and Eastern European, though. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
If you eat
Like
too
a
many Sour
pierogi
Patch,
dish.
if you eat too many Sour Patch Kids, you might develop a Corsac. He was arrested by FBI agents in Tarrytown on Wednesday and was carrying a small arsenal, including 2 AR-15s, 2 9mm, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Corsac,
What a silly place to have that much.
Tarrytown.
Yeah. I got arrested in Tarrytown. Like, oh, what, for gumdrop possession?
I had hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Corsac,
Hollow point.
hollow point, and a grenade. Also, Corsac 41 allegedly had rifles, scopes, high-capacity magazines, latex gloves, and a latex magazine or a mask.
Now the latex gloves, that makes sense for Tarrytown. That
does, yeah. That sounds a little
Tarrytown
more.
move right there.
Little fondling. A lot of fondling goes on in Tarrytown. Federal agents ensnared Corsac of Maine in the murder for hire plot after officials from the Bureau of Prisons learned that he had communicated his desire to become a hired gun with somebody. So this man's just, looking for a job, trying to get nepotism to help him to get hired.
Yeah. Well, I don't like. So the FBI designed the whole thing. So it's like they're just.
Well, no, what happened was he tried to talk to a prisoner and be like, hey, man, I want to get into, I just want to dip my toe into murder for hire.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody? And then
Okay.
they heard it from the prisoner, and then the FBI did this whole thing to get him.
Man. First guy you asked, too.
I thought maybe
Hey, I'm just trying to start. Fucking busted.
dipping your toe in and then getting right
just
away.
Immediately, first job.
Heinke Corsac planned to don this mask to bypass facial recognition. This mask,
Oh.
horrific.
Yeah, that's a.
Horrific mask. He was like, I hope no one will recognize me, and then he dresses up like the Six Flags guy.
A ball sack. It's terrible.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it's the guy in the Halloween Horror Nights makeup. The only guy who looks terrifying.
Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville came here
Bad
as
grandpa.
Bad Grandpa.
He's bad grandpa.
The agents introduced Corsac to an undercover agent posing as a member of a transnational criminal organization, which is very funny, and be like, I'm from a transnational organization, who allegedly paid the would-be gunman $30K at a series of meetings from January to March in New York and Boston. $30K.
Yeah.
What do you think about the price of killing someone? Is that good?
I mean,
it's
I'm
pretty good.
not a professional, but I would charge
50?
50 at least. I don't know.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
30K for
But
a murder? Murder's the.
I'd be not like if like this whole union, I'd be non-union because I'd do it for $3K. You know,
I know. I think
I'd be a real scab about it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, I'm not in the union. I'm just killing people for $3K.
I go 30K to maim you. You know what I mean? Clip you in the shoulder or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
At a Jan 12 meeting in Battery Park, the undercover agent told Corsac about the purported mark of the hit, telling him this person comes to New York and doesn't leave breathing. Corsac allegedly responded, "You just tell me where to go and what to do, and you know I can make it happen." And Corsac's like, what am I making happen? I've never done this before in my life.
Yeah.
At another meeting on March 2nd, the undercover agent gave Corsac a latex mask that he requested to beat any facial recognition he may run into on the day of the planned murder. Federal agents arrest Corsac in Tarrytown after he met with the undercover officer. He was hit with 1 count of murder for hire, 1 count of being a felon in possession of a weapon, and he faces 25 years in prison if he is convicted.
JK, guys. JK.
Yeah,
Come on.
just kidding defense?
Hey, come on now. I wasn't going to do it.
No, what? Murder for hire?
I was playing murder chicken. You know, it's like gay chicken, but I wasn't going to do
I
it.
just wanted a cool story for an open mic I was going to. I just really like Barry.
Yeah, he's just a big fan. All right, last one of the day from the New York Post on 3/20/23. What does it look like he did?
Oof. He looks like a toe. He looks like Toe Rogan.
Looks like he just crawled out of the ground at Easter Island.
He looks like he's got the best halal cart in Brooklyn.
He looks like he only speaks food Italian. Like, gabagool. That's all you know.
Looks like he's being like, we got to bring back Stop and Frisk. I don't know why we did. I don't know why we stopped Stop and Frisk.
He looks like a third grade baseball coach who just cusses all the time.
Dude, he looks like he's hit a woman in front of a sandwich.
Looks like he hit a woman in front of her mother. All right. If you guessed ex-Vermont state trooper accused of stealing Rolexes and ADHD meds.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first time I'm like, okay, I could have been a cop.
Yeah, that's where you steal the ADHD meds first, then you get the Rolexes.
Focus on stealing this Rolex.
We need the power-ups to get to help the crime better.
An ex-Vermont state trooper was charged with allegedly swiping a Rolex watch, ADHD pills, and other valuables while he was on the job before a fellow officer reported him to their bosses.
Wow.
Giancarlo De Genovia.
Someone didn't cut someone else in, did they?
Did I get a couple of those Adderalls? No?
Yeah. Oh, this is easy.
Just let me wear the Rolex for the weekend. For the weekend! Don't be stingy.
Giancarlo, who resigned from his post in February, is accused of stealing the pricey watch valued at $14,000 and other swanky items, including $40,000 from an evidence storage room in late November. If I was a cop, I would be the swipe a little cream off the top type of guy.
Dude, I'd be in that evidence room all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fucking...
The most corrupt cop. I'd look like the guy who'd be giving you the evidence. I'd be the evidence room cop.
Yeah.
Of
You'll
course.
work the evidence. We'll steal for you.
Yeah. Right off the top.
Yeah, dude.
But I think the trick is to steal the stuff before you give it to evidence. You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, there's only one Rolex there. You
Yeah.
don't go in and take from evidence.
That doesn't make sense.
What a crazy room to be in, evidence locker.
It would
Just
probably be
fucking-
so fun to look at stuff.
Just so much crazy shit, dude. There's just...
Just be locking an evidence locker. How fun would it be?
Yeah.
Just like playing with tasers.
Yeah, pounds of cocaine, teeth. Who knows what you're going to find, dude?
Take a bet. All right, we're going to take a bet on this next box. We got 50 on teeth, 50 on drugs, and 50 on a bloody glove.
Baseball bat. All right. All right. That's part of the fun.
Double it up. Double it up.
Put on OJ's glove. You're like, it's me.
Oh, my God.
Put your own semen into things.
Fuck it up completely. I jerked off on everything.
The most prolific criminal in state history.
A 44-year-old Essex resident allegedly snatched diamond stud earrings, a designer brand watch, and a keychain, Apple AirPods on the top of the Rolex. The items were stolen the same day DiGiovanni had access to the storage room.
He's like, fuck, Secret Santa's coming up. I know where to get some shit. I can get some stuff.
Oh, the Rolex was recovered at the home of DiGiovanni in Massachusetts, but the other items are still unaccounted for.
Secret Santa.
Super Santa, yeah. Everyone's looking around and their earbuds. The earbuds got a little blood in them. Don't worry about it. They work. During the probe, which was launched last December, other alleged thefts were uncovered by investigators. DiGenova took a bag of seized cell phones in 2021 from a storage area and then tried to sell two of the phones to an automated kiosk in the University of Mall, South Burlington.
Setting Italians back 50 years.
Are they supposed to be good at crime?
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
What do you mean you can't buy this cell phone, robot? Buy this?
What do you mean it's stolen, robot? I'm a cop. Here's my ID number.
Something very funny about going to the kiosk guy who's trying to sell you a phone. Like, no, but I got phones.
He's got a
I'm like,
bag.
You buy a phone. No, you buy a phone, my friend.
I did, but also, phones are hard to steal because they're kind of,
Now they're hard.
now they're put with someone's name.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was easy. I stole a TomTom one time. You guys remember TomToms? They were like the
the little
GPS
drums?
back in the day. Oh, no.
no.
That would be funny if I stole a TomTom drum. I stole this from a Christmas decoration set.
Yeah, famous bongo thief, Steve Furey.
No, I sold this guy a TomTom GPS, but it said right when I opened it, when he loaded it, that it was stolen, and he came after me.
Oh, what?
Didn't
Well,
work
you
out.
just threw it into a river, right?
Yeah, well, he was like, hey, you've sold me something that was stolen. I was like, yes, I did. I'll give you your money back. Let's get rid of that as quickly as possible. One of the sales was a success in DeGenova allegedly marked the cell phones as destroyed while on the property of state police. And in May 2022, after DeGenova took possession of several bottles of medication used by a juvenile in a home that he responded to, he allegedly stole several of the pills.
Probably destroyed those too, huh? Yeah. They're in my belly now, huh?
State police only began investigating him after another trooper who knew about the missing watch and other items from November reported that DeGenova had shown him a Rolex he claimed to have bought online. It's covered in blood, as a bullet hole through it. Like eBay, baby.
Someone else's initials and shit. Like, what the fuck, man?
What's OfferUp? You ever been to OfferUp?
Why does it say to my loving husband, Jamal Adams? I don't know. I don't know why it says that. Vermont State Police Director Colonel Matthew Birmingham said in a statement alleged about DeGenova, he has an extraordinary level of betrayal of the public's trust. I know all Vermonters are angered and disappointed. He says, so am I. Your outrage is appropriate, but I also want you to know that the system worked as well as it can when someone is determined to commit crimes by abusing their power and trust. Fellas, you ever stolen from a job?
Oh, yeah. Like, day jobs are, like, I mean, like when I was a teenager, you steal from them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
What's the best? What's some of the stuff you've done?
So back at the old, this old place I used to work at up in Seattle, people would just like, we'd finish the take of the day, and we'd all just be down in the manager's room after, and the manager would just be like, all right, come grab some stuff. And they would just grab money, and it was crazy, dude.
The money they take too?
People would just take money, and fucking, it was awesome. We'd steal beers from the back all the time. Like, yeah, it was a cesspool.
I worked in a kitchen, so dude, we were just food. All just give it to friends. Friends would come, full meals, full pizzas, all the time. It was just like a regular thing that you did.
Yeah.
But I remember 19, I worked at John's Incredible Pizza. That was like this.
Was it incredible?
No, it was bad. It was a CC's with an arcade. It was one of the worst pizza ever.
Incredibly, this is pizza.
Incredible. Really?
Are you sure this is pizza?
Well, they had a ticketing system where they scan codes, and then I worked in the arcade. And I just took all the tickets, I pocketed them, and I tried to redeem them at another John's Incredible Pizza. And I had enough to get like a PlayStation and a TV. They're like, no one does this.
Yeah.
No one does this. Also, you look like the guy who trained me at the one in Stockton. I do.
You have a fake mustache on? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. And then I just dipped out. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I used to
You
steal.
trained him too well.
If you see anybody that has my face,
Let him go. Don't hassle anyone that looks like me. First rule: let anyone who looks like me steal whatever they want. All right, everybody, that's the show. Willie Simon, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Thanks for having me. At Willie Simon _ on all things. Come check me out at the Madhouse Comedy Club at San Diego, April 5th. I think that's all. San Francisco on May 13th. Also, at in Berkeley. So
Nice. What are you doing in Berkeley?
it's that Cooper Cogburn thing.
Cooper Codburn.
Yeah, it's like a newer run. Hooper's doing it the week before me, so
Oh, cool.
it'll be a good time. Yeah, but yeah, come if you're ever in either of those cities, come hang out.
So, what you got, buddy?
Saul Trujillo at Saul Comedy. I'm headlining Mission Brewery April 22nd. This I know they'll come. It's Saul Trujillo and friends. Please come through because I get a door deal on that. I'm a door deal boy.
Me, you guys should check me out. Thank you, fellas, for coming on here. Thank you, Katie. Thanks, Comedy Store Studios. That's a wrap. See you next time, baby.